Alright guys, so I did all this videoing and I forgot to include an intro, so you guys don't even know what the heck you guys are going to watch. But anyways, I put together about 10 days of footage, just about a minute to 2 minutes, maybe a couple days, might have been 30 seconds or so of progression for treating my fish natural with aquarium salt in the beginning, day one, and then just raising the temperature to 86. So I don't know. I haven't really searched around or anything like that, so I have no idea if someone has ever done this. But I have actual footage from each day as they progressively get better. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. Whether it's done or not, been done or not before, it is what it is. But yeah. So here comes the video. If you look closely, he's got salt all over him, aka ick. These fish are new, so that's why I haven't really put, and they're small, so I haven't mixed it with anything else. This guy right here was given to me, and I figured I would put him with these guys just because it's a small tank and easy to treat. It's a small tank, and according to the person I got him from, he's about $100 fish. So you definitely want him to be able to be treating him. This guy right here, you can see him, he's rubbing on the ground, which doesn't always mean that they're sick, but the fact that he's with this guy right here means that he needs to be treated. And what we can do is raise the temperature is one of the easiest ways to get rid of ick. I have medications and whatnot, but raise the temperature is an easy way to do it. Let me put the camera up real quick. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, is raise the temperature up. This thing's been over just because I have plecos that were breeding, but I think they ended up being 2 males. Anyways, the heater I have in here is Aqueon or whatever, but the problem with this heater is it's automatically set for 78 degrees. So raising the temperature is impossible with this. Obviously this is a crap thermometer. I think that was on the tank when we got it. But what I'm going to do is I got another heater today. Plenty big. This one goes up to 40 gallons. And then this one, we can raise the temperature up. I don't know if you can even see that. Well, anyways, the temperature goes up from 88 all the way down to 68. So I'm gonna throw this bad boy in there. Plenty big, overkill a little bit, and the reason I like to do that is in case I need to ever throw it in a little bit different size tank, whatever. There's a little bit of flexibility. Whereas if you just get one that's for 10 gallons, or whatever, close to that, you're kind of stuck if you ever get in an emergency and you need an extra heater. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna throw this bad boy in there. And raise the temperature up. We're gonna go about 84. After 84 to 86, we'll go 84 for a couple of days, and that usually will help kill ick, which is a parasite. And then on top of that, what we'll do is because I have a couple thermometers that I think are just reading wrong, and that's, I think, common. So I got this thing right here. This is a digital one, and we'll kind of mess around with that. And make sure we're doing okay. But that's something to be said, because I went out and bought a bunch of thermometers, not super long ago, and I can't tell you, how many of them are accurate, because they're all over the place. And so we're gonna go with digital. All right, so we got the new one in there. I'll change the angle here in a second. We're gonna put this bad boy, the heater at or the temperature at the opposite end, so that way we get kind of more of an accurate reading. Not gonna be the prettiest, but it's alright. Alright, so at the bottom here we're getting 78.6 right now, and I'm sure it's going to rise. And then on top of that, we also got, see that light, that light indicator means right there, that means that it's on. And that's how most heaters are. Sorry for the shakiness. Anyways, this is going to be a video over time that I'm going to do. Today's day one, and we're going to kind of check and just see how the fish looks with raising the heat. I'm also going to throw in some salt. You can go and add all these medications and whatnot, which I have, but I prefer to try to do it somewhat natural. But I use some of this, and the reason I get pond salt instead of the aquarium salt, which is same company, is because it's cheaper. They, for some reason, will sell the aquarium salt, and that one is actually the same strength too, and it's like, I think, more expensive, if not the same price for less. But pond is usually the better deal, so that's a little shopping trick that I do. Plus I have monster tanks, so and then what you want to do is just, you can have your regular dosages, and then you can also do dips, disease treatment, all different kinds of things. And the idea is, if you're not familiar with it, is salt as well as heat are kind of like a fever, and so that you raise the temperature and salinity to a point where the fish can handle it, but the parasite, aka ick, cannot live in it. So that's the point of it. Anyways, so we're gonna do a film every day for the next couple days, and kind of see where we get as far as the sicknesses go, and film the health of them over the time. I don't know if you can see without it being zoomed in or not. He's definitely got stuff all over his fins. Now, do I normally mix all these guys together? No, not necessarily, but these are newcomers. And like I said, electric blue, I think it's an electric blue flower horn. His stomach's a little sunk in, which usually is like a sign of parasites. So I actually have been treating him a little bit. But that's not to say it wasn't something else. I don't know if this fish came in there. My wife bought these fish, and I really didn't look at them when she bought them. But I do have a feeling that this tank, the heater wasn't putting out the right amount of heat, and temperature fluctuations is a quick way to get ick. as well as water quality and whatnot. So what we're going to do is we're just going to raise the temperature up, throw a little bit of salt in there, and see if we can do anything. If it doesn't work, then we'll step up our game and go to medications. But yeah, so this is day one. One thing to add too is generally I throw the heater near the filter, and that's so that the water, I think, the heated water gets kind of circulated around the tank a little bit better than if it were on the opposite side. Whether that's proper or not, I don't know. I never really looked up. It makes sense to me. I also wanted to tell you that it's 2 tablespoons for 10-gallon tank, or 6 teaspoons, rounded. I threw that in there, and they're already acting a lot better. They like it. They kind of go over it, and you can kind of see like the little haze going up and whatnot. But some fish require this, so that's another thing. Goldfish, mollies, platies, some cichlids, they really do a lot better when you have a little bit of salt in there. So make sure that when you get a fish that you look and see what their requirements are, temperature, salinity, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, throw it in there, see what happens. Oh, another thing is as the water evaporates, don't add the salt. The only time you add salt after you added the initial time is when you do water change. So if I do a 5-gallon water change, then I would put in 1 tablespoon of salt. Okay? Don't add stuff just for evaporating water, because salt doesn't evaporate, only water. Alright? I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, this is day 2 of the temperature. It's up to 86.2 right now. As you can see, he's swimming around a lot better, looking a lot better. All of them are kind of moving around quite a bit better. The colors on the ram have definitely perked up. That means he's probably feeling a lot better. He's chasing them around. And actually, after I got off the thing, I don't know if I showed it on the previous part of this video, but he's got quite some bit of ick as well. So day 2, they're looking better already. Keep you up to date. We'll do a little bit more videoing again tomorrow. Like I said, look at the colors. He's already feeling a lot better, I can tell. And we're gonna keep it at 86. All right. See you tomorrow. All right. Day 3 on keeping the temperature up. As you can see, this guy right here is looking pretty good as far as the mobility. You can still see he's covered with ick. And this guy right here is actually looking quite a bit better too, moving around a little bit more. And mind you, I'm not really doing any medication. This is just actually I'm not doing it. It's just salt and heat, and it's 86.5 in there right now. This is day 3. So we're gonna go a couple more days, and then we'll slowly start dropping the temperature down. And before I drop it all the way down, though, I will say that if I don't see some of the stuff start disappear off them, I may result into some medication. But so far, so good. Okay, and it's natural, just like a temperature, man, just like a fever, raising that body temperature, getting rid of the parasites and the sicknesses. So looking good. See you tomorrow. Alright, well, I technically missed yesterday. I got a little busy, but as you can see, this guy is starting to look really good. Still got the ick, but it's definitely a lot less. As far as That guy back there, he's got a few pieces on his fins as well, and not much. It's definitely residing. So far it's looking good. I mean, look at the colors on that guy. It's beautiful. Showboating, and you can see there's a lot less ick. So we're still at 86.5, and we'll keep it there for probably like another 2 days or so, and then start slowly dropping it down to get it back to probably like around 78 to 80. All right, see you tomorrow. All right, so don't mind the mess all over the tank. Believe it or not, I did a little bit of a water change. Not much, but anyways, this is day 6. If you look at this guy, looking good. Looking good. Looking real good. It's kind of maybe hard to tell with that dirty tank. And this was the guy who was really bad. Look at that. Just about gone. Natural way, dude. I didn't use chemicals, medications, just heat. Day 6. He's still there, but not much. I could probably start lowering it down. We'll go maybe another day or two at 86, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, day 6. Both these guys looking great. All right, day 7. Look at that. No medications. Just 86 degrees. Fins are a little tore. I think, honestly, it has to do with this flower horn feeling better and kind of bullying people. He's obviously a lot bigger, but I was treating them both in this small tank. But anyways, he's looking a lot better too. Look at that. Look at those fins. Nothing. It's day 7. If I haven't said it, I can't remember. But we'll go one more 86 degrees, and then I'll slowly bring it down, maybe like a degree or so every day. All right. Next day, there's some blowworms in there. The guy spoiled through the whole cube in there. Anyways, next day, I believe it's 7. All of them are looking pretty good. He's a little shy, probably because this guy needs to get taken out here shortly, this big guy. Oh, don't get sucked up in that thing. Anyways, tomorrow night I'll turn the temperature down a degree. I'll do a degree every day. But as you can see, they look pretty good. Yeah. Natural, my friends, natural. Later. Alright. Well, they're looking good. No ick. And we're going to start going down in temperature. I was going to go a degree a day, but we're going to go 2. Because I don't see any remnant on them. If I saw some remnants on them, I would probably go 1 a day. But they're looking mighty good. Alright, so today's day 10. And I think I got 9 days on camera. I might have missed 1 day, I think. But that's reported there. Don't mind all the fish poop right there. I did do a water change actually last night. I've been doing it decently. And as you see, this guy's looking fantastic. He's looking a little tattered just because this guy is feeling so good that he's beating up on everyone. I've been feeding him lots of frozen food. He's kind of spoiled, and I think that's all he really wants to eat. I tried feeding him pellets, and he kind of picks at them a little bit and flakes and whatnot, but he wants frozen food. Anyways, off topic. That being said, I was on 84 degrees today. Dropped down from 86. I'm dropping it down to 82. And I'm actually probably going to take this guy, the big guy, out. Just because he's causing problems in the tank and being really aggressive. And I think we discussed, and as most people probably know, that when fish stress, then they're more susceptible to getting sick. So that would kind of be doing counterproductive of what we're doing here. But the whole point of this video, let me turn this camera around here actually. Anyways, so the whole point of this thing was to show that you could kill ick without medication, or very limited medication. Pretty much just raise the temperature. I threw in some stuff initially, like in the first day, I think maybe, but raise the temperature to 86, and then keep it there, and then slowly bring it down a degree or two after, 8 days, 10 days, something like that. But also, before you raise it to 86, you want to look at what that fish is, like what they can tolerate, because some fish can go a little higher than others. The whole point of it is like a fever, so that you bring it to such a degree that the fish can handle it, but it can't. And then, like a fever, it's the same thing as your body makes your body temperature a lot warmer than your sickness can handle, and so the sickness dies off. That's the whole point. Anyways, there's proof it works. So, yeah. I don't know if there's people who have done videos on it and they're not showing the progression, but there's a progression right there. Cool. Alright, players. Have a good night. Peace out.